Now we are going to discuss what is entropy generation. So before entropy generation, already we have seen what is entropy transfer. Okay. Now suppose this is on we are going to discuss first what is entropy generation for closed system first. Okay. Then we will discuss what will be the entropy generation for open system. So closed system, we know that it is a system where only energy will cross the boundary of the system but not the mass. Okay. Suppose this one is a closed system of mass of mkg and the dotted line is showing the system boundary. Okay. So that mass is not going to cross this particular system boundary. But I have expressed here that arrow of d cut q, that means heat is going to be transferred out of the system boundary. Okay. And if we consider the temperature of that particular system boundary is T of that particular system, the temperature of the system boundary which is actually taking part into that heat interaction, we are assuming the temperature of the system boundary is T. Okay. Now here for this particular closed system, we can write that change of entropy, that is ds, for that particular closed system, we can write that is equals to dSE plus dSi. Now what is dSE and dSi? dSE is nothing but that is the change of entropy due to the external heat transfer. This heat transfer is taking place, and already we have seen in term at the time of entropy transfer topic that entropy obviously will dealing with the heat transfer. It will increase with the transfer of heat, or if the heat is entered to the system, then entropy will increase. If heat is rejected from the system, then entropy will decrease. We know that thing. So I can write that dSE part is nothing but entropy change due to external heat transfer. External heat transfer means out of the system boundary one heat transfer process is going to occur to the surrounding. Now that dSi part, what is that? That is also a change of entropy, but it is occurring due to the internal irreversibility. Internal irreversibility means suppose inside the system there is some friction is taking place for all the system molecules. Obviously this system is made up of infinite number of molecules. So if there is any kind of internal molecule frictional force is generating, then due to that particular friction between two molecules, some amount of heat will be generated, and due to that entropy will going to be changed. So that dSi part is nothing but entropy change due to intermolecular friction. Intermolecular friction, which is known as internal irreversibility. Okay, so internal irreversibility is basically occurring due to the intermolecular friction. So in these two part, both of these part, one is the heat transfer occurring due to the transfer of heat from the system to the surrounding, that is dSE part, and second part is coming due to the internal irreversibility or intermolecular friction, then some entropy will change. So these two part is basically taking part into the change of entropy for the whole closed system. Understood? Now this dSi part is basically, which is a change of entropy for internal irreversibility, that is known as entropy generation. Okay, so entropy generation will comes into picture due to some internal irreversibility. Okay, so that is internal irreversibility occurring due to the intermolecular frictional force, and that change in entropy is known as generation of entropy. Okay, so we can say in other words that entropy generation is basically expressing the internal irreversibility. If the system is so much irreversible, then obviously that entropy generation will be more. So that way I can also say that entropy generation is a measure of irreversibility. We can write that entropy generation is a measure of internal irreversibility. So if the system is so much irreversible, then the entropy generation will be more. So that particular ds generation, that means the entropy generation, will gives you the measurement of how much the system is irreversible. Okay, and also we can conclude here that entropy generation depends on path. That is a very important thing. Depends on path. That means how the system is changing its state point from 1 to 2, which path it is following, that entropy generation is depending on that path followed by the system. Okay, so while the entropy generation is a path function, then obviously it is a, we know already from the basic of thermodynamics that all the path function are inexact differential. Inexact differential, like work transfer or heat transfer, both of them are path function and both of them also inexact differential. Okay, similarly now we come to know that entropy generation is also a path function, depending on the path which is followed by the system. So that way also we can say that it is entropy generation is also a inexact differential. And we also conclude here that all the inexact differential terms which are depending on the path, they are not at all the thermodynamic property. So also we can say entropy generation is not a thermodynamic property. Thermodynamic property. That's why we cannot say that work done or heat transfer, they are not a thermodynamic property. Rather say on the other side of the coin, like all the point functions like enthalpy, entropy or volume, they all depending on pressure, depending on point function. So they are exact differential and they all are thermodynamic properties. Okay, and entropy generation from that point of view, while this is an inexact differential, then I can express entropy generation not by this manner. I can express d cut s gen, or I can express by del s, because we know that inexact differential is expressed by some different pattern like d cut q. All know that things, d cut q or d cut w, because they are exact differential. That's why we are going to express that thing by d cut s gen. That means it is a exact differential and it is a path function. Okay, now some information is already revealed for us. Now if I write that ds is equals to dse plus d cut s gen, that is the expression whatever it is coming from here. And from entropy principle, already we know from entropy principle that change of entropy, or we can say from Clausius inequality, that ds is greater than equals to d cut q by t. That relation also we know, isn't it? And if this d cut q, I can wipe this part, I need some space, and from here if it is ds equal to d cut q by t, then it is a reversible process, and if it is greater than d cut q by t, then it is irreversible process. That information already we know from our earlier knowledge or earlier lectures. Okay, so first if we consider the reversible one, for reversible one, that we know the change of entropy due to the heat transfer, that is equal to d cut q by t. So for reversible process, I can now conclude that if ds is equal to d cut q by t, and d cut q by t is, so just to continue this particular relation, if you want to follow this relation, then obviously that change of entropy, first of all I should convert this equation like this way. Change of entropy for that particular closed system, if it is due to external heat transfer dSE, then I can write it d cut q by t. T is the temperature of the system boundary which is interacting the heat, and it is written d cut S gen. Okay, now just copy this particular statement for reversible process, ds equals to d cut q by t. Then obviously for reversible process, ds, or rather say d cut S gen, that must be equal to 0. Why it is 0? Because for reversible process we know that change of entropy only dealing with the heat transfer. So that's why d cut S gen, or rather say entropy generation, must be equal to 0 for reversible process. Otherwise we cannot follow this particular relation which is coming from entropy principle. And if we consider the process is irreversible one, I can wipe some part from here. If we consider the process is irreversible one, then obviously I have to follow this relationship for irreversible process. From irreversible process we have to follow this particular relation. So change of entropy is greater than d cut q by t. So if change of entropy is greater than d cut q by t, then obviously this relation is valid there, because we can see that d cut q by t is added with some different term or different other term. So we can say here that change of entropy is greater than this particular term. So if for irreversible process, I can say that change of entropy is equal with this relation, d cut q by t plus d cut S generation. So this relationship is valid for irreversible process, and for reversible process only ds part, general part is 0. So for reversible process it will be ds only related with d cut q by t. This is for reversible. So from here I can see that entropy generation is nothing but the measure of irreversibility. If the system is so much irreversible, then the entropy generation will be more. If the system is not at all irreversible, that means a reversible system, then entropy generation will be 0. But we can say that entropy generation can never be negative value, isn't it? Because if entropy generation is 0, then obviously the process is reversible. Very good. And if the entropy generation is having some positive value, then obviously the process will be irreversible one. But never you can say that entropy generation is a negative term. It cannot be. It never be possible that entropy generation is a less than 0 value. It cannot occur. So I can conclude that point here also, that entropy generation, we can say that entropy generation ds gen always will be greater than 0. It cannot be it cannot be less than 0. It cannot be less than 0. It is entropy generation is 0 for reversible process that I have written over here, and it is greater than 0 for irreversible process. That's all for entropy generation for closed system. Now we are going to discuss the same thing for open system.